Alright, so on this vlog, I am in my grandparents' basement. My grandmother just recently passed away, as you all know, and of the time of this vlog, her funeral is tomorrow morning, and I'm just going through some of their old stuff here in the basement, and so I'm just gonna kind of show this off a little bit. So I found this to be interesting. This is a souvenir, I guess, booklet they gave out at Disney back in 1987. And this thing is actually in really good shape, as you can see by the color. Not to put it in perspective, 1987, that was 1 year before I was born. So this thing is a year older than I am. And I just find it interesting because it's so well preserved. Like, if you just look at this thing, like, the pages look fantastic. Looks like this one had a lot to do with Pinocchio as the featured character. I really don't know much about Disney. Maybe anybody in the comment section could answer. But I find this to be absolutely fascinating. Plus, it's Disney, right? Disney sells. It has a market. And I think the thing that you're really going to enjoy about this in particular is the fact that they apparently had a punch out. You can make your own Pinocchio. And the things are still in here, which is absolutely insane. They were never punched out, which is crazy. Because typically, this stuff would have been punched out, but they actually kept it all intact. And that just adds to the value. So if you're a Disney enthusiast, you want stuff like this. I don't know what significance 1987 had for Pinocchio, or maybe that was just a year they decided to feature that character. But this thing, looking at this here in August of 2023, is in fantastic shape. And could have some value to the right collector. I guess I've watched too much Pawn Stars and, noticed stuff like this, that there might be somebody who is into old Disney stuff who might be intrigued by this. So yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. The Ringling, Barnum and Bailey, Ringling Brothers. So yeah, I just pulled this out and I thought this was interesting. I guess I like history, especially when it's preserved well. I found this to be interesting. Anybody who knew my grandmother knew how Republican she was. And so I thought it was just kind of funny seeing Reagan on the front of this calendar. And then if you go to January of 1980, I was born January of 1988. The first time my grandmother would have written my name on a calendar as a reminder for my birthday. I think I'm going to keep this specifically for that reason. Look what I just found? I found some comics here. I don't know if these are any good. Somebody might be able to tell me if they're any good. I mean, they're not in the greatest shape, but I don't know what these are. These may have been comics, except the covers came off potentially. So there's those two comics, and then there's this one. Interesting. So I'm continuing to go through some old stuff, and I found some books here. I don't know if any of these might hold some significant value, but this stuff intrigues me. Like Star Trek, for example. I don't even know what year this stuff would be. More Charlie Brown. Again, this is just stuff from my grandparents' place. Well, my grandma, who just passed away. So I'm just looking through some of this old stuff. I don't know if it has value. I'm honestly going to have to look it up. Dennis the Menace. Yep. We'll go through some more. Alright, so going through a few more of these books. Again, I don't know what any of this stuff is. It could have value. Maybe not. I'd have to look it up. I don't even know what the significance of that book is. That girl's face looks creepy. How old is this? Green eggs and ham. Wow. So this is my grandfather's tractor collection. As I'm just kind of like looking at some of the stuff in here. And so just gonna go around and look at some of the stuff, and you know, as long as I can remember, this stuff has been in here and is in really good shape. I don't know what my aunt's gonna end up doing. She's probably just gonna try to find some buyers for it, but you can see how some of this stuff is a couple of years old, and I just find it to be pretty interesting. So here's a big John Deere guy. Of course, they worked for DeKalb. My grandfather was an electrician for, I believe, elevators and stuff like that, so kind of took care of stuff along those lines. So they pretty much grew up in an industry that revolved heavily on farm machinery, and it's just kind of been one of those things that you can't be from Iowa and not see a tractor or two. Just kind of going around and looking at more tractor stuff that they have here. I remember playing with these when we were kids. So I'm 35 now, and I remember playing these, you know, we're talking, heck, 20, 25 years ago. I remember some of this stuff. I don't remember this tractor, but I've seen it going online for like $300 to $400. So I know you could probably get some money on that. And I'm kind of surprised it's here, because this has always been more of a John Deere family. And so we'll come around here and look at some more old tractors. Again, this is stuff that we played with when we were children. Like, you can look at this. It's got some webs on it. But who knows how long this stuff has actually just been sitting down here now for several years. And to the right buyer, I mean, it's going to have some value to it, right? Clean these up a little bit. It'll be good. So yeah, just kind of going around and looking at some of these old tractors that have been down here, again, for years. Stuff that we played with. I have no idea what's in here. Looks like a bunch of old VHS. There's Scruffy. I don't know what could even be in here. I mean, look at that old TV. This looks like it might be the Budweiser Clydesdales right here. Possibly. I don't know if we can read that. But that might actually have some value to it. Get a bunch of plants, but yeah, you see we're kind of going through a bunch of old stuff. Furniture, like chairs. Like, I don't even know if these chairs are any good, to be honest. Old lamp back there in the corner. So yeah, just so much stuff. Old bed. Then, of course, I believe I filmed this grandfather clock before. I'm not sure how much. Maybe if you get that fixed up, could probably sell for a good chunk. Looks like they had... I don't even remember them getting a dartboard, honestly, down here, but apparently they did. And that probably wouldn't sell for too much, but... Looks like potentially we were going through this. I don't even know if any of this stuff would have any value to it. Some of this stuff does not even look like it's been even opened up. This must have been for those special moments. Don't know how many of them there were. And then they have this, so this gumball dispenser that, you would have seen probably at like a gas station or a convenience store or something like that. I believe this one had 4 legs at one point, but if I remember correctly, back when we were younger, I think one of the legs broke off. So we just kind of like propped it up against the wall, and it still worked out pretty well because it had 3 legs. But I bet if you get this thing cleaned up a little bit, and you put a 4th leg on this, I don't know how easy that would be to fix, but there might be some sort of value on something like this, and heck, one of those old school stores would probably even consider using it. Because I remember that this used to work, and I think they got it in a way that you still needed the coin for it to actually properly work. So if you had a coin, you could make it work, and then this thing would just flip up, and then, your gumball would be there. And then I remember when we were down here, I would always look at like this painting here. There was a couple of paintings that they had in their house. And of course this one is being partially blocked or covered. But I always thought that one was pretty neat to just look at. Just, something to look at while you were laying down here. I think there's even this cuckoo clock that I completely forgot about. I think it still works. But yeah. I don't know what kind of value some of this stuff would have. Alright, so you never know who you're going to run into. And so my old PE teacher, Mr. Leibold, Larry Leibold here in Humboldt. Good to see you, my friend. And him and I would, don't tell the other teachers this, we might have placed some quarter bets on games and stuff back in middle school. I don't know how legal that was, but was that frowned upon?
Well, probably would have been, but
we didn't tell anybody.
At least they know the better off we are.
Yeah, so yeah, you're a Husker fan, I'm a Husker fan, and so we connected pretty easily. So
Right.
yeah, and we're gonna hope that Matt Rule can take us to the glory days, right?
Right, exactly.
So
Yep.
we're gonna see if that happens. But it's good seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
All right, so Grandma's funeral just ended, and now we're getting ready to go eat. A beautiful ceremony for her. A lot of people showed up. And my sister, who I'm riding with right now, she's trying to find a place to park. She did a phenomenal job speaking in front of everybody, getting in front of the microphone and saying a heartfelt message about our grandmother. So good job, Tara, Sister Tara. Hi.
Hi.
This is her, and she did a phenomenal job. Good job, sister. So very proud of her for that. And now we're gonna go eat. All right, so I just got done eating, and just because for the reason I didn't get a T-shirt for him, I just said, "You want to join me in my vlog?" And he's like, "Sure." So I'm gonna invite my brother Derek into the vlog here. And do you have anything that you want to tell everybody watching on this video?
Well, it's been a great time seeing you and all the family and you guys listening in. Trevor is a pretty amazing brother.
And we're going to ignore the fact that he delivered a message from our mom by kissing me on the cheek. We didn't vlog
And
that.
you like that too.
And we're gonna stop this before he does it again.
Or Nick's. Maybe he took them. Maybe Nathan's.
The flowers we got for Grandma's funeral.
Maybe Nick took them.
It's on like Donkey Kong, about to play some ping pong against the sister. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Ooh.
One there.
Ooh.
Oh shit, that's my bad. Okay, you cussing. is it?
Oh,
2-1.
2-1, yep.
Oh, there's some fuzz on it. We gotta clean off the ball. It's got fuzz on it.
Alright, 3-1 you. Ooh. Alright, let's bring the heat with some serve. You got it. 1-4.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, you got that one. So what's that, 2-5?
Oh, shoot.
3-5. Oh, you got me. I didn't think you were going to hit that one. 3-6, my last one.
Oh.
That'll do it for this vlog here. If you notice, I'm back here in my house. This, of course, is recorded after the fact, so I just wanted to create an outro for this vlog. Be looking out for some more. I'm going to be doing more radio stuff coming up, and so I'm going to try to record some clips from Sports Nuts, a sports show that I do on Wednesdays, and then we'll see what else we can get in for the rest of the week. So until the next one, give a subscription, come back and say hi, watch every single video. The best way to support me, watch the videos, subscribe, and help me try to grow this channel. Be good to one another, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.